I never really understood how I can affect other people and vice versa, how they can affect me, especially over long periods of time. I'm going to give you guys an example. This happened yesterday, and it really kind of just it really just made everything click for me. So just a little backstory: my dad got hit in a hit and run and totaled his vehicle. My second vehicle just spun an engine bearing, and then my girlfriend's vehicle, we had to replace our timing chain, both catalytic converters, a bunch of other stuff. It's about 4 grand within the last month, which is more than what the car is worth. And now we're coming back to the timing chain because the original shop that did the work, did it do it correctly or is a faulty part? And catch 22, that shop is closing next Friday. So all of this shit is just hitting the fan. Everything is going haywire, and it's just crazy. Me, I'm a very optimistic person. I choose to look at the good side of things, the things that can go well, like, oh, this was meant to happen for a reason. Like, I'm very optimistic about things, especially when it's things I can't control, right? Like, all of this stuff that has happened is out of our control. There's not a whole lot I could have done to prevent everything that's happened. You know what I mean? Anyway, coming back to it, my girlfriend is the opposite person of me, or at least she was. She very pessimistic, very kind of focused on the negative for a long period of time. It really started to realize like how much my positivity and my perspective and things are starting to get to her, in a good way. A couple nights ago, we were sitting here on our couch looking for vehicles, and she just started to break down a little bit, just because it was just overwhelming. It was just a lot of stuff going on, and instead of sitting there in the negative about everything that's happened to her and playing the victim, she was like, okay, well, what are the good things that are happening in my life? And she starts listing off our house, our dogs, our family, our relationship, her job. At least she has a job, right? She has money coming in. Like, she started listing off these good things, which is stuff that I do when shit hits the fan. So you don't realize the effect that you have on people. Especially when it's close friends, it's family, it's people you spend time around. That effect can be positive or negative. So you need to be very careful who you spend your time with, because it's going to rub off on you. If you're in a group of 5, there's 5 of you, and 4 of those people are really, really negative, but you're positive, you are going to be the 5th negative person if you continue to spend your time around them. So I didn't like, I've always heard it, I've always seen it on social media. Like, you need to be, careful of who you spend your time with. And I always have been, but I've never actually like seen it, and after seeing it, it really just makes sense that, like, especially over long periods of time, like how it can compound and affect other people and yourself. So just be careful, who you spend your time with. It's really, really important. Like I said, I didn't really understand it either I understood it, but I didn't like, when you see it firsthand, when you see it happen, it's like it makes sense. It makes sense before, but now I have a full understanding of why it's so important to surround yourself with good people, like-minded individuals, uh, happy people, optimistic people. Why it's important is because you if you're surrounded by negatives, you're going to be the next negative person. Either way, like I said, I wanted this to be quick. I wanted to tell you a quick story that's happened to me recently. Like, I just went through this, and it's pretty eye opening. You know. Well, I'll see you next time.